I just wanted to jump in here really quick before the video starts and say that this was all filmed before the coronavirus pandemic. And one more thing is, a few of you have asked which camera I'm using, so I thought I would show it off. My little Sony RX100 M3. It's tiny, it's cute, it does the job, and its battery life is insane. But yeah, I'm using it to shoot a bit more food, hint hint, as I'm working on a little project. And I hope you enjoy the video, and yet just a little flag to say this was filmed pre-social distancing rules. Hello and good morning everybody. Look at this, it's not an iPhone, I'm using a camera. What a trip. It's definitely the number one question I get asked is, what do you eat? How do you plan it? What's with like your broccoli? You know, all the questions about my food. So today I'm going to take my camera, go to the markets, which I do every Sunday, and buy all my ingredients, make the food. I'm just going to prop this camera on a tripod, film what I make, and make a video and put it on my YouTube. Anyway, I'll catch you at the markets. Okay, so I have to be quick because the markets are just about to close. I'm hoping to spend between $30 to $60. Oops, someone thinks that I'm leaving. I'm clearly filming myself. And I kind of want to do more of a basic meal prep. Keep it kind of simple this week. But when I say kind of simple, I think most people would think that's not simple, Shaya. We'll find out. Okay, so that was a slight fail. Basically I got why didn't I put this all in the boot? My favourite stall only takes cash. I forgot about that. Secondly, I got there a little bit too late, so they were packing up, and the stores that normally pack up at 12 were already packed up at like 11:20 because they probably just sold out. Bummer! But that's what I love about life. Nothing goes smooth sailing. I'm pretty sure I just squashed like peaches and pears. Where's the button? Got it. Nope. I'm gonna do a sneaky and stop at a supermarket to get a few more ingredients because like they didn't even have broccoli. They did, but I didn't have cash, so my fault. Gonna have to go and get some conventional, inorganic broccoli and just some things like rice and quinoa. I am sorry this is not going to plan. Mostly sorry to myself, not to you guys, because you're just watching it and you're like, I don't really care if it goes to plan or not. Okay, I am back from my grocery shop and I'm mad. I'm mad at myself because I just went into Woolies. It is like a supermarket. I went to get rice, quinoa and broccoli. My phone is vibrating, but I don't know where it is. Do you want to know what I spent? $92. I literally don't have 90. My account is now it's definitely in the negatives. I don't even have $92 to spend, let alone spend on, I got so much stuff that I didn't need. I was like, oh, chives. Great, I'm gonna use those chives in my meal that I didn't even plan to put chives in. Anyway, I've just realized that most of this mistake, or these mistakes, such as buying things I didn't really need or just not being able to think on the spot, is because I shopped while I was hungry. It's like the number one rule. Don't shop when you're angry or hungry. I was like both because I needed to eat. Anyway, so I bought this one thing that I would never buy. Like when people pull this out of their cupboards, I'm like, no, don't do that. It's like 90-second microwave rice. It's not even, don't count that as a real food, but I did it anyway. Even though I already bought quinoa and rice, but in my, yeah, look, I was just hungry, so don't do that. But basically what I've done is I have preheated the oven, and I always start with my baked stuff so that while my 5,000 kilos of sweet potato are baking, then I can just like hustle together everything else and picture how I'm gonna have it and then just sort of make it happen so that by the time the veggies are finished roasting, we have some sort of a meal. So like the rice, the quinoa, the steamed broccoli, the wilted spinach, that will all get done while this is roasting. All right, so here is what I got at the markets slash 90% from the supermarket. So yeah, big bags of spinach and fruit and things like that in plastic, which I know sucks, but I'm still pretty excited to show you what I can do with what I have today. Oh, that's good. Thanks, Mum. Oh, look at that, we have some quiet. I was going to tell you about the spices I used in my sweet potato. So I've got quinoa soaking. Normally I would soak that overnight or during the day, but I'm just going to do it for an hour or two. This is just some grapeseed oil, which has a high smoke point, and paprika, curry powder because I couldn't find the turmeric, and salt, pepper, and garam masala, and chili. And it's going to go in the oven at 180 for probably, I don't know, I just till it goes brown. Guys, I'm back because I found the turmeric. So I threw some turmeric in there with the spinach, with pepper of course, because the enzyme peprin found in pepper basically boosts the activity of curcumin, which is what gives the turmeric its yellow color and its antimicrobial everything amazing properties of turmeric. Boosts it by 2000%. Who doesn't want that? So it basically just makes it more bioavailable when you eat it. And also, speaking of bioavailability, when you wilt your spinach or put it with vitamin C like lemon or berries, you increase its bioavailability of the iron. So we all want more iron. Okay, so I know this looks a little excessive, but this is genuinely what goes into the behind the scenes of my crazy big lunches. So while the broccoli is doing its little chemical reaction to create sulforaphane by just sitting there being all chopped, ignore that. That's just the compost pile. So anything that goes in there goes and feeds our worm farm, and then our worm farm goes into the garden and feeds our little tomato plants and turmeric and everything that's growing out there. So this is all the greens that I'm rinsing. So I get them all rinsing at once, so it's all over and done with. The kale, I'm gonna wilt, whatever that word is, with the spinach. The chives are gonna be raw. The coriander and parsley are going to be raw as well, and I'll probably put the basil in some sort of a sauce. Haven't figured that out yet. The rocket's looking a bit sad because it got really warm in the car, so I'll make sure most of my salads for the first 2 or 3 days use all the rocket because I don't want to throw anything out, and that plant's just going to sit there and be happy under our little light. Alright, I really want you guys to enjoy this machine as much as I do. It smells like cheese. Oh, wish you could see my face. Hi, that's really good. Oh, yum. Genius. It's kind of like pesto-y. I don't know why I put the camera down there. It's pesto-y. Yep, that's going on my lunch. Lunch? My lunch. I tried to say salad and lunch at the same time. Didn't work. This is the final product. Basically, I waited a little while for the rice and quinoa to cool down because I have a thing about putting warm food into plastic that's kind of gross. Yeah, so that's what it looks like. Everything's in there, and I've been prepared Tuesdays and Thursdays because I don't like the idea of the flavours going together in the fridge. So then these ingredients all will stay in separate containers, and then on Wednesday I'll holy crap, I can't speak, rebuild the rest of the week's meals. Okay. This is everything. These two here, those two I showed you, all packed away, and I've sprinkled a little bit of salt on the greens so that in a few days they haven't gone gross. And that is breakfast. It's just about 3/4 oats, a lot, like a heap of chia seeds, and then a fair amount of pepitas, pumpkin seeds, and then it's all with water and then a tiny splash of almond milk just for some flavour, and that's just cinnamon on top. So then during the week I usually have a papaya for breakfast, and maybe a coffee, and then I might run off and train. Then when I come back I'll have dragon fruit and berries on top of the oats and chia seeds, and then probably have like a pear and a peach on my way to uni. Then obviously lunch. Okay, this sauce is ridiculous. Well, it's a bit of a mess right now. I just want to remember what I put in it, so I'm going to tell you guys. Cashews, nooch, salt, pepper, turmeric, chili, basil, coriander, parsley, all fresh, and shallots. Mmm.